Hey, this is Jay with the Douchebag Brigade, and today I'm going to actually preface a question here for Megaten fans and Persona fans, if you don't consider that the same, even though it obviously is. How is this for a great combination? You often get people who say, oh, Shin Megami Tensei, unrelated to Persona. And then you have people who go even further who are like, Raido is unrelated, or Digital Devil Saga. There we go. Digital Devil Saga is unrelated. And so, I wanted to take a simple, are they related, not related? And I kind of want to run this by you guys, the audience, if you agree. Could Persona essentially be a different, the same universe, but almost a different timeline where something like Filemon or Igor, in a sense, set something up in order to protect the universe from going through the fate of Shin Megami Tensei. So, I know it's a little bit of a out there concept, but so let's think about this. So many times in the Shin Megami Tensei world, we're faced with demons that we recruit, we battle, we fight, and we try to forge destiny. However, we're often put in a situation where all hell is already broken out. Everything is destroyed. We're at that apocalyptic moment and the demons are running amok. There's usually no chance to things have already happened. Things have already occurred. Things have already become to the point of no return. You can't fix it. Short of, I'd say, maybe Shin Megami Tensei if, basically Persona 0. That is all within one school. So, that being said, what if Shin Megami Tensei is just the regular, this is what happened, and what if Persona is that flipped side where, what if Filemon, Igor, Elizabeth, all of these people are maybe a guardian of essentially the world, and they're basically setting up a different reality or a different path in which things don't all go to hell. Now, the reason why I even had this idea in my head was because I was looking at, since they share demons, and most of those demons are Persona, vice versa, it kind of comes to the point where, so we have one timeline where everything is destroyed and demons run amok. Then we have another timeline where people use these inner pieces of themselves that are essentially demons, and this is if we look at Persona 3, 4, and 5. This isn't even going through 1 and 2 where we have the demons running amok to begin with, but you have the ability to summon said demons as Persona. So, as a matter of fact, we're going to get to 1 and 2, Persona 1 and 2, and how that even further pushes what I'm saying. But we're going to start off with 3, 4, and 5 and the regular Shin Megami Tensei games. So, when you look at 3, 4, and 5, they're summoning shared demons that are inner pieces of themselves in order to fight against people who could potentially be basically causing the destruction of the world as a whole over time. It's keeping people who have become, within Tartarus, it's more of a matter of a dark hour, Nyx destroying everything. In 4 and 5, it changes a little bit to the point of where people have their own evil plots and plans. So that part kind of changes it a bit. But when you look at 3 specifically, end of the world, end of times comes because of Nyx. And so it's almost like you're looking at when you look at Persona 3, you're looking at another version of what feels like Nocturne. This is more like what would have happened if there were some people who use the power of demons in their mind and protect the world from what was happening. When you look at Persona 1 and 2, the similarities due to the fact that demons are running amok, like in SMT 1 and 2 and all the rest of the SMT games, that's where all of these crossovers begin to really feel real and jump out at you. I mean, I was blown away by the fact that every time that I play one of those games, I can see the parallels. I see the parallels strongly, without it being implied, without it being said. I mean, we're using the same shared demons. It's just a matter of how they're being utilized, as opposed to recruiting them in their regular form or recruiting them as a part of oneself. So, really, it's almost just a metaphor for everyone has demons, basically, if you really think about it. But I'd like to go a step further and really take the aspect that it almost feels as if when you're saving the world, if you look at Persona 3, failing Persona 3, losing, is basically the same as what starts Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Nocturne begins basically if Persona 3 fails, you could say. Now, obviously, that doesn't quite work because we know that it's the bad guy in Nocturne that's helping the demons take over and causing the stuff, and Lucifer and all the other outside influences that are being played there. But when you really think about it, like when you truly take a moment to like look at what I've just laid out for you, if Nyx destroys everything, then who's to say that demons wouldn't run amok and start their own world, without it being a full destruction of, I mean, unless they destroy all matter in its entirety, then that's a different story. But I feel like it's safe to say that it's pretty obvious that there is a mixture to how these games are one and the same. Other than the fact that we can look into side spin-offs where Digital Devil Saga, they fight against the Demi-Fiend from Nocturne. In Nocturne, in the Japanese version, I think it is, or director's cut, instead of having Dante, you run into Raidao. Raidao is basically like a 1920s version of the Shin Megami Tensei world. I mean, all of these games are interchanging with each other. Many of them have Jack Frost mini games. There are so many things linking all of these games together. And the only real, and not to mention SMTF / Persona 0 is the connection to the two. They're basically setting up the idea of, what would happen if Tartarus occurred in a school but without a tower? Instead, you're going to multiple towers and multiple different worlds. So, to say that it's not clear that there's connections would be impossible. And when you look at Persona 1 and 2, I mean, other than the fact that you're basically in a situation where you're using these demons and recruiting them to use them as persona, I mean, there's really nothing clearer than the fact that these games are all interchangeable and linked together. I would say where you get your deepest outliers, maybe Persona 4 and 5, because it's not a world destruction on a grand scale. But whenever I look back at these games, I think it's clear to see that anyone who thinks that these games are not related at all, or Persona is not part of the Mega 10 universe, or anything like that, I've got to ask the question, what are you smoking? Like, truly, what are you smoking? Like, there is no way to even think for a second that these games aren't related. Anyone who thinks that Persona is its own thing, what are you smoking? Because it must be good. It must be real good. Because you're reaching, man. You're reaching if you think that this game is its own entity. This game is the piece of something bigger than itself. There's a reason it's a spin-off. So, Persona purists, relax. Mega 10 is all-encompassing. It's not to say SMT is the end-all be-all, because in fact, Megami Tensei came first. So, but anyway, that's enough of me ranting and raving about this. I just truly would like to hear your thoughts and what you think, because I think it's plain as day to see that these games could not are not only related and interchangeable, but they could even be within alternate realities of each other. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'm Jay, and I'm out.